overturned it, and now he hasn't given it. I would suspect that they will stick with it. But
yeah, close though, very close.
Assumption is a dangerous business. So history beckons here in Dallas. Well, he's 2 days before his 39th birthday. He's in his 6th World Cup. It's Lionel Messi. Oh! History beckoned, but we'll have to wait. As I say, his record isn't fantastic from the spot for somebody of such ability.
See, I think he gave the goalkeeper a chance by the little casual run-up and almost stop him when he gets to the ball. I think that makes that... Obviously, you've got to be very careful with head injuries, but also there's a bit of contact involved, and clearly, after a few seconds, we could see there that the Austrian wasn't in any serious pain, or it wasn't a significant blow to the head.
A bit more than the other way around. Here is Messi to trigger an attack here with Almada. Medina coming up on the outside. Oh, yes, there it is! There it is! In terms of scoring in World Cup finals, you are looking at the greatest of all time.
They are going to have attempts at the Austrian goal, so you've got to prepare yourself for that and get every facet right.
What Ranić did highlight is that Argentina tend to stay in position. They don't drift across from one side of the pitch to the other. That gives you half a chance to work on locating the opponent. Lima is definitely at left back.
He is, and look, normally a midfield player. Very hard-working Konrad Lima. He is versatile, but he's been put in that left-back slot because that's where Messi often likes to float and hang around and wait to pick the ball up.
It's a touch from Messi, and again, he's drifted away from Lima territory. First real surge. That was a little bit awkward for Slager to deal with a bit of stick from his club Tottenham, for not from the club but from the fans, for not attending some important games at the end of the season when Spurs did stay up and avoid relegation. Liverpool's Alexis McAllister. Just a bit disjointed.
They are at the moment, yeah. It started the game, actually, Argentina, quite bright. Some of their early interplay was very good, but since the penalty miss, they haven't got going yet.
Sevald making Danso scamper a little bit. He didn't start the opening game, came on after about an hour. Messi. Here is Leo Messi. Oh, Slager sticks out a foot. Here's Danso, who does possess a long throw. That might be a weapon that Austria can use. But a few tall players. Gregoric, who's coming up front, has been around for a while. He actually scored the goal that brought them to this World Cup, an equaliser against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And here he is, winning the flick on. Sabitzer started to go. So, anticipated enough.
No, Marcel Sabitzer playing on the left side, up front. We'll see how much that really suits him. I always think he's better slightly coming from behind the game, behind the ball. But we'll see how much possession he can get there.
Messi wants it to feet, and he knows where the space is. Enzo Fernandez. It's a terrific challenge. Referee's right on the spot.
Their attacks. He's got to get back to doing that.
There is Romero. Enzo Fernandez. McAllister. Messi still going. And it almost bounced back into his path a second time when he would have been clean in.
Yeah, just drifted off the right side. He's last sort of 10 minutes or so, really, he's been hugging this touchline, the near touchline on your screens. And then he just starts to drift infield and then picks the pace up when he senses there's something for him.
That's the ball forward by Enzo Fernandez. The flag will go. It's come back to Messi.
Going to have attempts at the Austrian goal. So you've got to prepare yourself for that and get every facet right.
What Rangnick did highlight is that Argentina tend to stay in position. They don't drift across from one side of the pitch to the other. That gives you half a chance to work on locating the opponent. Lima is definitely at left back.
He is. And look, normally a midfield player, very hard-working Conrad Lima. He is versatile, but he's been put in that left-back slot because that's where Messi often likes to float and hang around and wait to pick the ball up.
There's a touch from Messi, and again, he's drifted away from Lima territory. First real surge. That was a little bit awkward for Slager to deal with.
Yeah, I think, look, the fact that two of them converge on him almost at the same time doesn't make it easy. If anybody, Java, I think, that gets there with some sort of little bit of contact, but whether or not they went through Lautaro Martinez first in order to get to the ball.
I think it's one of those, had he given a penalty, VAR wouldn't have overturned it, and now he hasn't given it. I would suspect that they will stick with it, but...
Yeah, close though, very close.
Assumption is a dangerous business
and
in
again,
this game.
That started with Messi just getting on the ball a little bit deeper, and he's able to sweep it away to the left-hand side. A brilliant pass to Lautaro Martinez, and look how desperate those red shirts are to get back. Just about to hit it. Oh, I tell you this, it's just whether Posh coming in
whether
catches
Posh
his
committed
foot.
the weight. There you have it. So history beckons here in Dallas. When you think of all the players that have played in World Cup since 1930, this is how it should happen. Messi's missed a few penalties, I have to say. Otherwise, his impressive numbers would be even more impressive. The tally is 16, shared with Miroslav Klose, the German forward, who last scored in that 7-1 for Germany in Brazil, against Brazil. Every penalty, and 99 times out of 100 I agree with you, but I think he's never anything less than 100% determined. He won't want another look, but we do.
Yeah, it's a very slow, casual run up, that one. And if the goalie gets this right, it's forcing you to tuck it even closer to that inside that post, and it's just outside.
Up towards Martinez, who's rejoined. Lautaro Martinez. Of course, there are three of them in the Argentina ranks. Alessandro at the back and Emi in goal.
He's going to have to battle away, isn't he? Gregoric up front. Ball's up in the air.
Big games.
He does, Martin, he does. Yeah, he's, as we mentioned, he's extremely versatile, vastly experienced. And after that setback of conceding the penalty and probably expecting to go one down, They've just taken a big deep breath, haven't they, Austria, and are now having a little bit more possession themselves.
Yes, and Argentina trying to get out of their system. Disappointment of it was not just a 1-0 lead, but a moment of history had it happened. They're having to do a bit of defending the world champions.
Kevin Danso staying back, Martin, you're right. Yeah. We know that he's got a long throw. He just declined to use it here.
Got the free kick.
That's a little cheap, giving away that one. A little unnecessary. Banner it was that
would have had the record by now if he'd converted all his penalties. It's his 7th, and he's only scored 4, I believe, in the competition. It's Posh, who probably was the man responsible for conceding it.
Yeah, I think he was.
Gregoritsch with a good touch. Austria have got the bit between their teeth, you know. Here's Sabitzer. Gregoritsch waiting in the middle. Goes over Emi Martinez. It's still in play. Tipped in by Schmidt, who scored a wonderful goal against Jordan. And it has gone out.
No, but it's been a good little spell, actually, for Austria. I think the last 6 or 7 minutes.
7 Austrians out there who are not and doing everything possible to stop it happening.
The whole stadium held their breath there for a split second, Martin. I know I did, because I thought he was going to hit it with his right foot and just knock it in. The speed with which he just sensed that chance might be there and was onto it very, very quickly. I think he was trying to actually go round everybody, put the goalkeeper maybe on the floor and then roll it into an empty net. He could have hit it.
His acceleration still exceptional.
Over that 5 yards there. Absolutely electric, it really was. Look, watch, he goes again. He wants to put everyone down on the floor. Maybe when he dragged it with his left foot.
Alaba got a touch, didn't he? And there is Manu Ginobili, who is a famous person in this country, but he's from Argentina. NBA. Seval. Getting Vanna into the action. Forsaken Germany for Austria. Javaslager. Posh. It's a decent cross. And it was Romero blocked the shot from Sabitzer.
Decent ball in, actually. Vanna might have just got a little nudge in the back, which was just enough, I think it was. It was Molina, maybe just with his arm, without making too much of it, just disturbed him enough.
Austria with the last piece of play before the hydration break. Plenty of movement from those in the red shirts. Run from Thiago Almada.
Yeah, lucky. Nice run from Enzo Fernandez to just find him right on the wire of being offside, onside, but lucky, decent run.
Here's Danso, who does possess a long throw. That might be a weapon that Austria can use. But a few tall players. Gregoritsch, who's coming up front, has been around for a while. He actually scored the goal that brought them to this World Cup, an equaliser against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And here he is, winning the flick on. Sabitzer started to go. So, anticipated enough.
No, Marcel Sabitzer playing on the left side, up front. We'll see how much that really suits him. I always think he's better slightly coming from behind the game, behind the ball. But we'll see how much possession he can get there.
Messi wants it to feet and he knows where the space is. Enzo Fernandez. It's a terrific challenge. Referee's right on the spot. Argentina wants a penalty. They're certainly not going to get one on field.
Great play from Argentina, that really good stuff. Some one-touch play, and Lautaro Martinez found himself in a brilliant position. The first touch was good. He had the red shirt swarming all over him.
He's still down.
He's still down, Martin. He is. The referee now has blown the whistle just to attend to him. I'm with you. I thought there looked like a touch from the defender. Let's have a look here.
Foul. Yeah. It looks like Xhava didn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
It looked a bit like that, didn't it? It looked like one of them got Martinez a bit and his teammate got a fraction of the ball.
What I will say is for Lautaro Martinez,
here we go.
It is still being checked.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. It's just whether Posh plays Martinez before his teammate gets a little bit on the ball. That may well be the case, we'll see.
If it's a penalty, you know what that means, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do indeed.
With the record in his sights. It's a very tricky one to call, and that's why some time has been taken. I know it's not to everyone's liking, but better to get it right than rush it.
Yeah, I think the referee there is just saying, step away, guys.
In this World Cup so far has been converted. And of course, you take out Harry Kane at this very goal, where he needed 2 bites at it. Well, he's 2 days before his 39th birthday. He's in his 6th World Cup. It's Lionel Messi. Oh! History beckoned, but we'll have to wait. As I say, his record isn't fantastic from the spot for somebody of such ability.
See, I think he gave the goalkeeper a chance by the little casual run-up and almost stop him when he gets to the ball. I think that makes that easier for the goalkeeper. I'm really surprised there that it wasn't a little bit more of a positive run-up. So, wow, what drama we've had early on in the game already. Incredible. He's got Lisandro coming having a bite at it. He knows that Romero will want to attack most things in the air, so he's going to have to be resilient and really effective for his team today.
Problem with his boot, though. He certainly knows the game. His dad's been coach of Austria's under-21 team. Prayer's not answered as yet. A bit going on off the ball. Rich and Danso. Austria free.
Fed towards the ball, and it's Alexis McAllister wrapping his foot around him and just bringing him down. These are dangerous situations, always awkward to defend, and Austria got to try and give somebody a chance here. You're either looking to whip it with real pace and get red shirts running right across the front of it, or you're going to hang it up for one of the bigger guys, maybe towards the far post.
Sabitzer, maybe with some power. '100th cap. He's going to mark it here. Just driven it into a posse of players, friends and foes. And back by Sevald. And now the space for Messi. Makes a little bit more, but the pass.
It's fine. They've settled down into the game. And they're applying pressure in good areas. And they're releasing people like Sabitzer in particular quite nicely down their left side.
Yeah, they talked about the need to be courageous. Lots of energy they want. That's what Sabitzer himself, who addressed the media yesterday. We play against the odds, says Ralf Rangnick. But with grit and courage, anything is possible. Here's Romero, who's made it to the World Cup. He had a tough time at the end of England's Premier League season when he was out with an injury. Got a bit of stick from his club Tottenham for, not from the club, but from the fans for not attending some important games at the end of the season when Spurs did stay up and avoid relegation. Superstar, 23-year career, played for San Antonio Spurs. Been in the news this season in the tournament. It's fired in by Lisandro Martinez, referee not seeing fit to give Argentina a free kick. Alaba stepping in.
There's a lot of traffic in there, isn't there? Because Austria aren't naturally playing with players that wide. There's another challenge there, hefty one, I think, that's gone in.
It's Lautaro Martinez. Lionel Scaloni did play in the World Cup just for a few minutes, actually, in 2006. He was in the squad. It was his last cap. McAllister who got to it. Messi helping out. And I think he had it in his ear. It was time to stop. Well, 0-0 to the world's surprise.
Yeah. I must admit, I thought that one was going to end up in the back of the net. And as you say, Martin, everyone was waiting to tell the world about we have a new outright leader in terms of World Cup goals, but it not to be. And Austria, since that moment, have grown into the game and are proving a decent opponent right now.
It's interesting, Argentina not going right to the dugout.
I haven't been told exactly what's happening yet.
And Enzo Fernandez questioning the amount of time it's taking now. Lautaro Martinez is making his way back into the game, and he's allowed to. He's limping. He did have a rough World Cup in Qatar with an ankle problem and didn't play as much as he might have done, but he's going to have a look.
Yeah. I think we'll see Posh just catch Lautaro Martinez's foot on the right side, just catching his foot there before his teammate gets the ball. I think he does, you know, and I think because of that, Martin, I can see this one being given.
And of course, Leo Messi's been getting ever closer to closer. Miroslav closer in the all-time record. Now he's level on 16. Is he going to get a penalty here to go in front?
Big decision that took a while to get right.
Unlike for Harry Kane, who got a second chance in that incident here against Croatia. No second take for that particular penalty. He is human.
Yeah, I think there would be very few people, when he put that ball on the spot, would have expected what we just saw. Very few.
I can tell you, every commentator around the world had words to mark the occasion, I'm sure, on their lips. And it may well happen, of course, before we finish here.
Does that make him a little bit more determined? Just a little bit more anxious to go and produce a real bit of magic?
I know what you're saying, Andy. Free kick. They've survived the Messi penalty. Now can they get themselves into the lead here? David Alaba, one of the great Austrian players, arguably the greatest of all time, put it on the money. Or Danso's header. There goes the centre-back again.
Good feet.
Yeah. Schlager. Danso, the hook, the cross. Alaba had stayed back covering. Away by Medina. He's got into the team at left back. His first World Cup. Posh chasing back. Here is Lima. For Bayern Munich, plays in a lot of... Wasn't a good one, and he didn't get a second chance. Austria saw to that.
It's good play from Austria. The way that they pressed that ball the second they lost it, and it looked like Argentina were going to counter. They were very quickly onto it to win it back.
Schlager. Here's Danso. Lima. Vanna trying to work her way through. Argentina glad to get a free kick and settle themselves down there. Need to backpedal a bit because of this, really. Liverpool's Alexis McAllister. Just a bit disjointed.
They are at the moment, yeah. They started the game, actually, Argentina, quite bright. Some of their early interplay was very good, but since the penalty miss, they haven't got going yet.
Sevald making Danso scamper a little bit. He didn't start the opening game, came on after about an hour. Messi. Here is Leo Messi. Oh, Schlager sticks out a foot.
Wow.
Well, it's almost as if everyone in the stadium is waiting for a Messi goal, but they're
he is a little late, and I think he just catches Konrad Lima, who I've got to say isn't the sort of player to over-dramatise anything or make too much of a meal of it. He's back up on his feet now.
Problem in the course of the action for Rodrigo de Paul, one of the great characters of the Argentina squad. Fun guy. Caught by Gregorich on the follow-through, on the knee. Be a sore one. And he can't come back on. The new regulations. Not for a minute. They can add a little bit more treatment to that damaged knee. Been a school of thought that these breaks should take place away from the coaches, maybe in the centre circle, where the drinks can be taken out to them, but it's complicated enough at the moment. The tactics are obviously discussed. And what you've seen for 22.5 minutes, really. What have you seen?
Well, again, I thought Argentina started actually particularly well and looked quite threatening once or twice. Really nice move that actually led up to the penalty decision. Obviously, the VAR guys had to have a real good look at that because there were two red and white shirts converging on Lautaro Martinez. And we had to make sure that they got that call right, and I believe the officials did. And from there, I thought Messi would score. He didn't. Just slowed the run-up down right at the last moment, had a look at the goalkeeper, and I think that often gives them a chance. If they guess